Ladies and gentlemen, and we're back for the second week in a row as Spains have seemed to calm down since the condemning of the old building. I am Dad alongside Bro here. Say hello, Bro.
Hey, what's up?
Hailing from our home here in Louisville, Kentucky now, Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, as we are excited to be back in action and rolling. And tonight, we have a huge night. We have a random tag team royal match. A couple of them actually set to take place here. First one being a returning superstar from TWA, Zavo Kamas, and our own Juicebox Gold teaming up to take on the Block. We saw the Block last week pick up a victory over the tag team champions of Workhorse. But this week in the Roulette Tag Team Royale, or whatever it's called, we're going to see random people put together in a tag team to see how well they can compete together. And we get to see a returning superstar, Zavo Kamas, a.k.a. just Zavo. Well, hey, we haven't seen him since Trash Bag Wrestling Alliance. It's been quite a while since we saw Zavo, as he now likes to be called. But he is, definitely a colleague and friend of Juicebox Gold, and has been aligned with Trap Steve in the past even. But there you hear the music as Zavo is set to make his debut in tag team action alongside Juicebox Gold. And he looks as good as ever, ready to compete, and he looks excited to be back.
Yes, indeed, mister.
And there you see the charisma pouring out of Zavo. He definitely looks to be in great shape. It's been a while since we saw him, and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited to see him back here in BCW. How about yourself?
Well, I am excited too, as this will be a great match.
I'd say it's been a couple of years. I don't know that he's even had a match in the past couple of years anywhere. I can't really, speak or attest to any of that. But you can see him with the moves there, two-stepping.
Look at those moves.
It's been 2 or 3 years. And his partner, Juicebox Gold, he's been a familiar face, formerly going by Bad Brody Gold, but now, again, as we've seen him compete here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling under the marker Juicebox Gold, because, he's juicy. He has all the juicy gossip. And there you hear the music of the one and only Juicebox Gold, the one I speak of. Charismatic and confident as ever. There you see, making his way to the ring, trying to get the crowd to cheer him on. And it sounds like a 50-50 crowd mixture. It sounds like some like him, some don't. I don't know what's going on there, but Juicebox always been a fan favorite. Maybe they're upset because he's not tagging alongside his former tag team partner, Big Daddy Gold. I remember last week you mentioned Bad and Juicy getting back together, but definitely not happen tonight. As we have our tag team Royal Roulette or whatever it's called. My apologies for not learning what it's called.
It's okay. Maybe Zave and Juicebox are teaming up.
That could be, but again, these tag teams were not the choice or the choices of the superstars, as the management in the back actually put these matches together. Only official tag teams were safe from being split up in these tag team matches tonight, so that's why we see the Block together and taking on a random tag team. Here we go, Zavo Kamas and Damo locking up in the center of the ring, and then again dropping Zavo Kamas to the face. Damo does. I apologize for not actually stating that correctly, but Damo dropped Zavo to his face. Now he's working with a reverse neck breaker.
Ooh, look
What's your
at
prediction for this match, bro? I gotta hear it. I gotta know.
This is probably going to be a great match. I mean, look at this. How can you not love when there's two men in here right now?
You're getting off topic. Who's going to win the match?
Oh, I think Juicebox Gold and Zavo.
Okay.
As this is probably these are two
no. Just quit while you're ahead, okay? Back to the action in the ring as Juicebox Dold is in control, putting the boots to Damo. Has him on his back on the mat, and that's where he wants him at. Hey, look at me, I'm a poet, and I didn't know it. And Damo quickly gaining control, but Juicebox Dold being dropped to his head. You know, last week making an impressive debut was the Block as they picked up a victory over our tag team champions. So, you know, I think very well they might pick up a victory here. But again, my boy Zavo, he goes hard in that ring. He goes real hard in that ring. So I don't know that I can put a victory past him. So ultimately, I got to go with my boy Zavo.
Oh, so you mean, I mean, if that's your choice, then that's your choice.
Very well, you called the future there, but even though Zavo's not in control now, as I mentioned, my boy go hard in the ring. So I look for him to pick up this victory regardless of the scenario he may be in now or the situation. Little Brian better be careful, and he better stay focused because any loss of focus could cost him this match against Zavo. He is a legend. You know, formerly being seen in TWA Trash Bag Wrestling Alliance. Never been seen in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, but he's definitely a well-seasoned veteran and a legend. Damo in control here, taking Zavo to his own corner, throwing him in the corner. There you see the tag, some quick tag team maneuvers from the Block. What are they doing here? And the double back body drop. Little Brian laying the boots to Zavo. And there we see the hot tag to Juicebox Dold. Again, they gave Zavo a quick second there, and you see how quick he was able to tag in Juicebox Dold. It's stuff like that that could cost them the match because they're wrestling, not that the workhorses weren't veterans, but they're wrestling two well-seasoned BCW and TWA superstars as Zavo is now a member of the BCW roster. There we see Juicebox Dold with the moonsault, with the rope break, and Damo chasing Juicebox Dold, and almost as if he was gonna knock him down from behind, and he swung at him but missed, telling him to get down from there. But, oh, Juicebox Dold says not gonna have it anymore, knocking Damo off the edge of the apron. However, the distraction cost him. Little Brian hit him with a double knee backbreaker. Zavo, I don't see him, you know, he's still down there on the edge of the apron, slowly making his way back to his feet. Little Brian and Juicebox Dold here with the stare down. Little Brian throwing him into the corner. Juicebox, yes, he's back to his feet. As I mentioned, he was slowly making his way back to his feet. And a swinging DDT out of the corner. Little Brian in control of Juicebox Dold here. Oh, and a bulldog off of the ropes. And hey, no time to taunt here, Little Brian. See, I told him, he turned his back. Zavo Kamas, or AKA Zavo, back in the ring. Huge right hand to the face in honor of my former broadcast colleague, Mitch Murphy. And who can handle the hits to the face? And now he's putting the boots to him. Little Brian down in the corner throwing a kick, getting out of trouble, but he better get out of dodge fast because Zavo Kamas, is dropped on his face. I will give the youth some credit here. Their youth has given them some quickness and stamina that's going to be hard to compete with. Damo, though, in control, but quickly being reversed on and dropped on his back. Zavo off to his corner to tag in Juicebox Dold. And it's this quick back and forth tags that's actually helped Zavo and Juicebox Dold, although they're not an official tag team, definitely showing some great tag team cooperation. And there we see the trip around the block, as he calls that, from Damo. Doesn't get the cover, so he goes and tags in Little Brian. You know, and again, this is only their second tag team match with the Block, showing some experience in tag team action with the quick back and forth tags. This is definitely an exciting match. Juicebox Dold back in control. You know, it's back and forth action like this that makes Bluegrass Championship Wrestling so exciting.
Well,
wouldn't you say, bro?
Yes, this makes this exciting for...
And a huge kick to the face. Going for the pin here. Will he kick out? Juicebox Dold does. You know, Little Brian here and Damo definitely, or I would definitely... wouldn't you say they're impressive? Taunting and calling and going for something, but reverse from, what's this?
Oh!
The Doritos kick.
Yes, the Doritos kick.
One, only the Doritos kick. You know what's more lethal than the Doritos kick? The Totino's combo. Hopefully, Juicebox Doe delivers a Totino's combo in this match, so we'll all be blessed to see it. Pulling him out of the corner, going for a sit-out powerbomb.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Juicebox Doe definitely a quick competitor himself, as he is just as young, if not younger, than the block. Zavo Kama's Zavo, I keep wanting to call him by his former ring name, but Zavo here taking control of little Brian, putting the Jordans to him. Look at the shoe game of Zavo. Yeah, his shoe game is ridiculous. I'm sure there's lots of other competitors with just a sick shoe game, but Zavo's nonetheless speaks for itself. Being dropped to his back from little Brian. A knee to the face.
Ooh, this is kind of getting dicey here for both Zavo and Juicebox, but they might come back.
Little Brian tagging in Damo. Zavo Kama's ready for him though. Locking up, Zavo Kama's putting an arm wrench on him. Damo working his way out of it. Arm drag, taking Zavo down to the mat. Tying up with him, kick to the gut. Swinging him around, reverse neck breaker. Going to pick up Zavo here. What's Damo setting to do? And a huge right hand to the face. To the face.
Oh, what a slam.
And there he calls that the snapback, going for the pin. And Juicebox Doe breaking it up before a 2 count. Clever move from Juicebox Doe there. You can definitely see he's eager to win this match. Dropping the knee to the gut of Damo, but Damo dropping a jawbreaker as he's basically in control of both competitors, Juicebox and Zavo. Zavo making his way to his feet. Is Damo going to turn his attention to him? He does. Zavo groggy on his feet. Now he's going to be led to the corner. And again, no, a reversal. Zavo kicks to the gut, punches, fist of fury, clubs to the back.
Oh, baby, this is getting exciting.
Kick to the gut, another kick to the gut, and a huge clothesline. Telling everybody to be quiet. And a swinging neck breaker, going for the pin here. One, but in the corner of the block, not the brightest idea, but what's he doing to little Brian here?
Oh!
Hitting him with it. You know what he calls that?
I don't know, but look at this!
He calls that around the world. And then there you see him delivering. He calls that the jump shot. And Zavo Kamas picks up the win with the jump shot. As Zavo and Juicebox Doe, picking up a victory over the block. And last week we saw the block beat the workhorses. So if you ask me, if management's doing their job, I say we have a triple threat match for those tag team title matches. But tonight's just a roulette night, and anything goes. And if you're, all single competitors could be thrown into a tag team match. And here we see Jeffrey Brett taking on another returning superstar, Trap Steve, formerly from Trash Bag Wrestling Alliance, recording artist and performing artist Trap Steve, making his return, well, not his return, but his debut at Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. But first, making his way to the ring, Jeffrey Brett, looking to regain some composure, as last week he lost. Again, he was actually pinned by his brother in that triple threat match.
Yes. This is Big Daddy Dole's brother, and we have some father and son.
Yes, Jeffrey Brett is the father of Eli Zepp. As we know, there's that Bad and Juicy is not the only father-son duo. Juicebox Doe and Big Daddy Doe. As Jeffrey Brett is the brother of Big Daddy Doe, and his son Eli Zepp also competes here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. We hope to see him here soon on Bluegrass Championship Wrestling television, as everybody's kind of still making their way back to TV due to our old building being condemned. Again, as we told you last week, Dylan Ray passed too much gas, and unfortunately we had to close the old building. People lost their gear. We saw some...
I bet he was holding that since 2020.
Yeah, he might have been holding that in since 2020, but there you hear the music, and making his way to the ring, returning superstar, Trap Steve. We haven't seen him again also since our days of TWA. It's been quite a while, stepping back in history, also the former partner of Zavo, as they wrestled as Trap Commas, both now competing in BCW as singles competitors.
He's one of the most famous rappers of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, recording artist and performing artist Trap Steve, back here, well not back, but back in the world of wrestling, debuting here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling, and looks as charismatic as ever, ready to, make an impression on the Bluegrass Championship Wrestling audience.
He has some upcoming songs that are coming soon. I've heard one of them, he might be...
Giving him a big wiggle there.
He might be... I've heard one of them, of his upcoming songs, which...
He has an upcoming release called Trauma set to drop Friday,
featured
July 1st,
LBM.
featuring LBM, Little Big Medium. Again, that's dropping Friday, July 1st. So if you're tuning in when this episode airs, it's dropping this Friday. If you're tuning in afterwards, go check it out. Again, Trauma dropping on all streaming platforms. Here we go. Trap Steve taking on Jeffrey Brett here on BCW.
I think this is the main event.
This is not the main event. This is the match prior to the main event, as we have a special treat tonight. Another tag team roulette match in our main event, as we will see the Workhorses taking on Big Daddy Dole and Beardman. We saw Beardman unsuccessful in last week's debut against Dylan Ray, and he's looking to tag alongside our World Heavyweight Champion and pick up a victory over our tag team champions. So we'll see how that goes. Trap Steve in control here, definitely looks excited to be back here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
We don't know who is going to win, but it's one of most two people that are like close to, maybe close to the same.
They're two great competitors, they're both top tier athletes. Trap Steve, although not in control now, he is a former tag team champion from Trash Bag Wrestling Alliance. There you see rights, fists of fury, slaps of fury, clubs, ready to defend himself here inside the squared circle. And a huge DDT, dropping Jeffrey Brett on his head. Causing, for no pun intended, but perhaps causing some trauma for Jeffrey Brett.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, trauma may be dropping. It might go on Yellow Brick Market, which...
Well, the music video will actually drop on the Yellow Brick Market YouTube page.
Owned by Big Daddy Day.
We're not going to get into the legalities. Yes, it's owned by Trap Steve and Big Daddy Dole. But they compete here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling on their own agenda, aside from what they do in Yellow Brick Market. But again, video dropping soon on Yellow Brick Market page. And go like and subscribe and turn on the notifications there as well to tune in and see.
I think it was made in March 22nd.
Well, I'm not for sure about the date. I can't speak for that, but I can tell you this. Right now, it is it is Trap Steve living out that trauma as he is being attacked and destroyed by Jeffrey Brett, unfortunately. And a massive powerbomb throwing Trap Steve to the mat, and put it in the books because nobody gets up from Jeffrey Brett's powerbomb. He calls that flat work. and he made quick work of Trap Steve here on Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. You know, Trap Steve showing a little bit of ring rust there. He's been away from the ring for a while. I'm sure he'll get back in the swing of things.
I think there's a total of 5 matches.
There's a total of 4 matches tonight.
So we saw 3 or 4?
Yes, we're set. As I mentioned earlier, this is our main event. Or no, this is not our main event. Maybe there is 5 matches. I'm not. This is match 3. Or no, this is match 4.
Oh, I
Dylan
heard
Ray,
that.
our United States champion.
I heard that in the song. As he probably put the bar in the song.
His music's still paying homage to his past. But again, he's not allowed to pass gas inside a building.
Is that? I thought he didn't have a championship. Wait, he did.
He did pick. Oh, in our TV absence, he won the United States Championship tournament, which saw the Revolution Openweight title, the Hardcore title, and the television title, all 3 unified in one glamorous ladder match that I wish we were able to bring to you televised, but unfortunately not. Right now, though, again, I apologize, folks. This is not our main event. This is definitely an exciting match, but our main event tonight is Big Daddy Dole, Beardman, taking on the Workhorses. But we're about to see Dylan Ray, TK Bam, and Zach G.
Zach G has been here another time again. We got some superstars that have been here.
Yeah, we got some guys that stuck it out. You know, Zach G actually proclaimed that he's one day will be a future heavyweight champion. But he's looking right now, he said he's on a quest for that United States Championship.
As Totally Tanner was here last week, it's like we have some superstars that have...
Well, this is TK Bam, as he likes to be known now. He's lost the moniker Totally Tanner as his gear was destroyed in the condemned building, caused by the one and only Dylan Ray here. So I think TK, he's looking to get some redemption here against Dylan Ray in the match, for causing the offset. And I don't think none of these competitors believe that, even though Dylan Ray won the tournament, I don't think they are okay with him actually being the United States champion, nor does he deserve it, as he caused everybody a lot of, problems and issues because of his passing of gas.
How does it destroy it? By ripping their
Well,
putting
from what I understand, he passed so much gas that there was an unsafe level of methane gas within our old building, the old BCW arena. And anything that was there in the lockers, locker room, seats, all of it, since it was contaminated by the gas, is unusable and unsafe for people to go back to. As you mentioned, it's probably a fart he was holding in since 2020 or prior to the pandemic. I'm not for sure on that.
But after we're done with this, I'm hungry.
But every curse, you're always hungry, bro. But with every curse comes a blessing, So we may have lost some stuff, we may have had people quit, but the new beginning in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling has just been just as great as ever. You saw us back last week, and this week, all these matches super exciting. Zach G looking to take on, again, another competitor mad at Dylan Ray. Both of these competitors, Dylan Ray's got a target on his back. Not only does he carry the United States Championship belt, he also is, the one responsible for our new beginning. So in a way, it's a cursing and a blessing.
I think he won against Pat Brower.
Yeah. What was it, Pat Brower he defeated last week? I can't recall.
I think, yeah.
Zach G defeated Pat Brower last week. But Dylan Ray defeated Beardman. And I don't know how happy our heavyweight champion is teaming up with a competitor who lost his debut match. Because again, last week we saw our heavyweight champion
my belly
victorious.
Is grumbling.
I bet your belly is grumbling. I bet you're just as hungry as all the competitors here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
They're hangry.
I would be hangry too if I didn't have my appetite for gold fulfilled. All those belts that we had before have now been rolled into 2 belts, 2 singles belts, and a series of a set of tag team belts. So there's not a lot of gold here in BCW, and everybody's fighting for it.
But we have some good food here between Louisville, Kentucky, all that. We have
there's great food everywhere.
Chick-fil-A.
You like Chick-fil-A? That's your mind's always in the gutter, always talking about food. But again, you're just as hungry as the competitors in this ring. Dylan Ray missing a clothesline off the ropes there. TK Bam being Irish whipped to the ropes and thrown to the outside, actually. Zach G now throwing clubbing fist all over Dylan Ray. Zach G has been on a roll here. He's definitely gotten some great condition with this time off. Look at the speed of him. He says speed or bleed, and I think he's choosing speed here because he's not going to be attacked. TK Bam taunting in the ring and just making light work, shoving Zach G, picking him up, scooping him up. What's he going to do?
I've heard that
dropping his throat across the ropes.
Schultz's favorite pizza too is Legacy Pizza, which I think we tried too.
Legacy, it's a place called Legacy Pizza, huh?
Yep.
Juicebox Dole's fate. You heard it here first, folks. Juicebox Dole loves a place called Legacy Pizza.
We tried it before.
Yeah, we've tried it before, and it is delicious. Not only do they have delicious pizza, they also have excellent pasta dishes, and their bread is amazing.
If you want to go,
cannolis. But hey, right now, let's talk about this action in the ring, because if you keep talking about food, you're going to make me hungry. And if I get hungry, I get hangry. And when I get hangry, Dad, has to step in the ring and take his aggression out on the competitors. That's not a good thing, because Dad's place is behind the desk alongside you, bro. So right now, let's just focus on this action in the ring. Dylan Ray rolling to the outside. I don't know if that's smart. He's able to get away from being assaulted and not being in control of the match, but he can't stop a victory being picked up by one of the other competitors while he's on the outside.
I'll talk about where you can find Legacy Pizza.
Well, then, bro. Let's change the subject. You're making me hungry here. I'm going to get hangry. We can't talk about where Legacy Pizza is because I'm going to get hangry. And Dylan Ray dropped the squat drop on Zach G there. TK Bam making his way back into the ring. And I don't know if TK Bam's just kind of walking around letting Dylan Ray do the light work or what's on his mind, what his game plan is here. But again, in the ring, in the corner, gathering his breath, and he ends up catching a boot to the throat from Dylan Ray. You know what, bro? You know what?
What?
I think, since our new beginning, all of our competitors are a lot hungrier. I'd say they're a lot more intense. I'd say they're ready for action. I'd say they're definitely thirstier than before.
Well, dehydration, is that what it's called?
And he calls that the ray of sunshine. Dylan Ray, though, the pin being broken up by Zach G. Zach G, the smallest competitor in this match, but he says and swears by it that the United States Championship will be his. Zach G was thrown to the outside there. Dylan Ray off the ropes with a leg across the throat of TK Bam.
I know some competitors that left in some tag teams, like the Pharaoh and the King of Violence.
Yeah, so unfortunately they left, and it's very unfortunate. I enjoyed the Kings of Violence myself, but they've walked away from BCW.
The family.
So many competitors left due to this man you see here, your United States champion.
That's why we recruited a women's division.
Well, we're filling up the roster with new competitors and a women's division, and TK Bam with getting kicked to the face, and Zach G almost had it there, but the rope break, that was a massive super kick to the throat as TK Bam was setting to do something huge, and Zach G reversed it. Dylan Ray off to the side, just letting Zach G take it to town on TK Bam. Now coming in from the side, and a ray of sunshine going for the pin. What a genius maneuver here.
1,
2, and a kick out from Zach G. Zach G is hungry indeed. Look at that. He might not be the biggest competitor, but he's definitely got the fight and the heart of a lion. Climbing to the top, missing the elbow drop. TK Bam back in, distracting Zach G. Zach G had to turn his attention to TK Bam so he wasn't attacked from behind. And now he's turning his attention back to Dylan Ray, and from behind dropping with a sling blade. But no, TK Bam is right there to break it up.
Like always.
Like always. This, triple threat matches are some of the most challenging matches. Those in tag team matches, because you always have to worry about another competitor, costing you a victory or, breaking up a pin. There's always something luring over your shoulder in triple threat and tag team matches. Zach G rolling to the outside. Again, going to gain some win there for himself, but, he runs the risk of losing the match. TK Bam knocked down to the outside. Dylan Ray, though, following him to the outside action as they fight here on the side in front of the fans. TK Bam, belly to back suplex.
Everybody is out of the ring.
Or, I'm sorry, belly to belly suplex there. I don't know why I called that a belly to back.
Everybody is out of the ring.
Zach G making his way back into the ring. The only place where the victory can occur. This is, not Falls Count anywhere. TK Bam, was going to pick up Zach G, clubbed, and Zach G dropped on his head.
What was that gravity?
That was, making his way back to his feet, but I don't know if he's going to be okay there. But TK Bam,
Zach G just flew out like gravity was weird.
He was dropped on his head like a rag doll. TK Bam on the outside now as he was dropped by Dylan Ray. Zach G back to his feet, and a fist to the face. Now a kick to the gut. Clubbing blows to the back of Dylan Ray. What's he doing? He's tuning it up. And he's gonna hit him with the rev limiter. Going for the pin. One, two, three. Zach G has pinned our United States champion. Now this was a non-title match, but not only did he win, he pinned. He hit our United States champion with a rev limiter and pinned him. That's got to say something itself. He might as well just has earned himself a title shot at that United States Championship. He said he wants it. He said he's coming for it. We'll have to see in the future, folks. But there we see Zach G picking up a victory in the triple threat match. And here is the main event as I promised earlier. Now it's time to get into it. Beardman and Big Daddy Dole. Big Daddy Dole being accompanied by his wife, BB. As she's set to make her way to the ring alongside him tonight, it appears, as the graphic showed us. The Workhorses making their way to the ring first. Again, your newest tag team champions. This is the last match in our main event.
So there's 6?
I'm not quite sure how many matches have been tonight. I haven't been keeping count. It's 4 or 5. But look at all these. We haven't talked about it, but I'm sure everyone's seen it. All the new beautiful belts. The beautiful tag team belts. The United States Championship, our heavyweight title. As you'll see, the tag team titles and the heavyweight title in this match tonight. I'm sure you're just excited.
Yes.
As excited as I am. Right, bro?
Yes.
Again, this is our main event. Getting ready to kick off after the next competitors make their way to the ring. And again, we've probably said it 100 times, but the Workhorses taking on the impromptu team in our tag team Royal Roulette night.
Here
comes our heavyweight champion, Big Daddy Dole, a.k.a. Daddy Batty. And he'll be teaming with Beardman. And there you see tonight, accompanying him to the ring, his wife, BB. We've seen her in many weeks, in non-televised matches, accompanying him to the ring, almost like his good luck charm. Since, bringing her to ringside with him, he regained the World Heavyweight Championship. Do you have anything to say, bro?
I don't know, but if somebody's accompanying him, then he may or may not win. But since
I don't think they're gonna interfere or anything along those lines.
Like distractions, maybe?
Maybe. His hair seems he must be growing his hair out. It seems to be getting longer.
Yeah, I've heard he's trying to fade the sides.
I'm not for sure on that, but look at that beautiful World Heavyweight Championship belt. The most beautiful rendition of the Bluegrass Championship Wrestling Heavyweight belt that I've ever seen. I think it's even more beautiful than
he used to wear overalls.
Yeah, but I think it's more beautiful then the former all the renditions of the TWA Heavyweight Championship belt as well.
Beardman.
And his tag team partner, Beardman, making his way to the ring. Beardman. He's got a beard. He's a man.
This is the final match.
This is our main event. As we've said 100 times, Beardman was not successful in his debut match against Dylan Ray. We saw him leaving the ring upset. Here he is teaming tonight with our World Heavyweight Champion, and he's got to feel good about it.
We are almost making to episode 6.
Yes. Now, even though he's teaming with our World Heavyweight Champion, there's nothing that guarantees they'll win, because just because two men are thrown together doesn't mean they can compete together very well. But we shall see. Daddy Batty throwing around Fergs, telling him, no, you're not going to do it to me, and throwing the booty.
Almost every superstar is from TWA, like Big Batty Dole, the Ferg, Zach G.
Yeah, many of the superstars competed in TWA, and when TWA shut its door. Well, what it was is the Trash Bag Wrestling Alliance was home to many promotions, and unfortunately, it dissolved, and now, here we are left with Bluegrass Championship Wrestling. But hey, it's not like the fans lose out, because hey, BCW is putting on some of the best matches on the internet. As far as I'm concerned, it's the best internet wrestling promotion / YouTube wrestling that you can find anywhere. Dad Bro Daily is home to the absolute best professional wrestling on the internet. It's unarguable. I mean, we have competitors like the Workhorses. We have, Daddy Batty.
Zabo,
we have Zabo. Yeah, we have everybody here in Bluegrass Championship Wrestling.
Even Elias.
Yes, Eli Zepp. Billy Jake and Daddy Batty tying up in the ring. Billy Jake dropping a neck breaker, going for the pin. Not even going to get a 1 count. It's going to take a lot more than that to pin our World Heavyweight Champion. Dropping the boot to the face does Billy Jake, as Daddy Batty is down on the mat and rolling him over, dropping the elbows to the face of Billy Jake.
You always say that.
Well, of course I say it in honor of my former broadcast colleague from way back in the day, Mitch Murphy. As he used to say, to the face!
From TWA.
TWA, Friends List Wrestling, and many other promotions. As you might have heard him on AV Star, I don't know if he's
Tommy used to.
Tommy Two Teeth was here as well, yes. Anyway, Billy Jake in control as Daddy Batty now making a hot tag. Billy Jake turned his back there for a split second, and Beardman making his way into the ring. Another large-sized athlete. Better not turn your back, but Billy Jake, one half of the Workhorses, as he is no light work himself. Now he's off to make the tag in his corner, bringing in Ferg. What's Beardman going to do?
Honey butter my biscuit.
Well, nobody wants to honey butter that biscuit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Honey butter my chicken biscuit, maybe.
You like honey butter on your chicken biscuit?
Well, I have like a little sometimes in my Wendy's chicken biscuits.
I'd say by the size of these competitors in the opposing corner of the Workhorses, they like honey butter on their chicken biscuits. Some of these competitors look like they like to eat. Ferg there taunting Daddy Batty in the corner. Daddy Batty making his way in the ring, fresh off the tag. Kick to the face, no, or did he tag him there? I was distracted by your commentary in the honey butter biscuit, and I do believe he made the tag there, as Daddy Batty is in control, picking up Ferg into a suplex cutter.
Oh.
Now tagging back in Beardman.
Bibi is cheering. Bibi.
Yes, there you see the wife of Daddy Batty, his wife Bibi. Wife and entourage escorting him to the ring.
We haven't seen a wife accompanying their husband.
No, we haven't seen any female superstars on our BCW telecast yet, and so this is a first for BCW television, excuse me. As we are now seeing the women arrive in BCW, we can only hope to see some female contenders step into the ring here in the future.
Maybe we get to see some Jeffrey Brett. We get to see.
Perhaps we will, perhaps we won't. I'm not for sure on that. Here we are with Ferg in control as he lays the drop kick down to Beardman. Billy Jake making his way to his feet, almost to the count of 5 as he has to get out of the ring there. Daddy Batty in the opposite corner, I don't know, Big Daddy Dold as we also like to call him, standing in the corner. He's not in the correct corner, I don't know what he's doing over there. Ferg taking a couple of punches to the face. Now delivering his own to Beardman. What's he gonna do here? Diving through the middle rope.
I remember in TWA, Big Daddy Dold's father wrestled Jeffrey Dold.
Big Daddy J, yes, he wrestled. He's a legend. He's actually retired and no longer competing, but he may appear. You know, I hear he's picking up some manager roles these days, some managerial roles. So I don't know.
We may get to see his wife.
Oh, Billy Jake going for a pin
wrestle?
here.
We may get to see his wife.
I don't know what we'll see. I can't predict the future. I'm not the management in the back. I just call the matches as I see them. So I can't really make predictions on anything.
But if that's my theory, then that's my theory.
If that's your theory, that's your theory. Beardman throwing a kick to the gut of Billy Jake.
Ooh.
Picking him up and swinging him around as he chokes him.
Tornado DDT, or no.
And I don't know that we saw this kind of ruthless aggression from Beardman last week. Maybe he needs to bring that aggression to the ring every week.
Now he's pulling some ruthless aggression.
Going for the pin.
1, 2.
Almost picking up a victory over the tag team champions. And you hear the crowd. This is wrestling. This is wrestling, yes, because ladies and gentlemen, this is wrestling. As I mentioned, this is wrestling at its finest. This is internet wrestling at its finest. This is YouTube wrestling at its finest.
Wait,
what?
So if the Buck literally pinned Billy Jake and the Ferg,
correct.
Then if Big Daddy Dold and Beardman pin, is that going to be a triple threat?
I know what you're thinking here. So here's how, let's break it down. The Block last week pinned the Workhorses. Then this week, earlier tonight, we see the Block get pinned by Juicebox Gold and Zavo. So maybe that itself could be a triple threat match. But I would say that if Big Daddy Dold and Beardman pin the Workhorses here, that we could very well see a fatal 4-way tag team match.
It is going to be amazing.
For the tag titles. But that's if and only if they can pick up the victory. As you see, the Ferg, as I speak it, the Ferg laying waste to Beardman. Again, Beardman losing for 2 weeks in a row, now costing his team the match. But again, him and Big Daddy Dold are not regular tag team partners, as this was part of the roulette night. And if I'm the world heavyweight champion, I wouldn't be too happy. But we thank you folks for tuning in and appreciate you. Go ahead, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and tune in next week.